started with the meeting, but this is a board of directors meeting. You all are invited here. You're going to be asked some of you to speak about your committees and so forth. But please reserve your comments and questions until after the meeting or unless called. Okay? And so with that, it is now 11 o'clock, and this board of directors meeting is convened for the Greenridge Homeowners Association. Members in attendance are Wendy Woods, Director, Vice President, Andy Alegria, Director and President of the Homeowners Association, and myself, Richard Callan, Director. And with that, I'll turn the meeting, appoint Anthony Nguyen as Secretary for the meeting, and Darlene Vega as Assistant Secretary. And I turn the meeting over to our President, Andy Alegria.
Thank you. First on the agenda, check for board quorum. We got 3 of us. We have a quorum, so we can open the meeting. Approve the minutes from last meeting. We have those in front of us, I believe, and a place for signature.
Yeah, so actually we've had 2 meetings. So what you have in front of you is the annual meeting that we had on October 13th. And then we also had another board meeting on November 13th, the first meeting with the new members. I have a draft of that, I'll call it, but I won't recommend that we approve it just yet because they're really just bullet items. So I want to add a little bit more verbiage to that. I only got 2 copies here to it with my notes that I took at that meeting. So not what I would want to post this yet, or I mean, maybe take a look at it, and if you think it's okay. But
I thought I saw them minutes somewhere.
She was taking them, but she hasn't. She didn't. Yeah. No. What we have is October 13th annual meeting, which are more like the minutes. So I think that's okay to be approved. But the actual board meeting that we had in November, I think we should wait until I can put some more detail in there, because right now it just says what we covered, it's more of an agenda than anything else. You don't really get.
Okay, so
which I think it might be the Facebook summary that somebody put out on the meeting, which was very thorough, but not official.
Yeah.
I thought I read it somewhere.
So let's talk about the annual meeting first, October 13th one. So I don't know if you want me to read it off or not for everybody, but basically we had a meeting in Greenridge Homeowners Association, 6:30 p.m. Pflugerville Justice Hall, 1611 Penning, Pflugerville. Directors in attendance were LaRue Van Kurt, Tim Niles, Anthony Nguyen. Representing Plan Community Management, Peace Meyer, were Sabrina Washburn, Susan Donovan Smith, Vivian Bruce. Order to conduct the business official quorum of 48 Class A votes were needed, represented either by person or proxy. A quorum was established. The meeting was called to order at 7:30 p.m. 2010 annual meeting minutes were presented. Ms. Van Kurt introduced committee members that were present, thanked them for their efforts serving as volunteers. Darlene Vega spoke about the team committee and events that she had assisted along with her daughter. Andy Alegria spoke on behalf of the social committee and reviewed past events. Mr. Alegria announced upcoming Halloween event. Karen Lamb spoke on behalf of the Neighborhood Watch Committee and stated that there was a need for at least 20 volunteers. Anthony Nguyen spoke about the website committee. Election of the board of directors was next on the agenda. Ms. Washburn announced candidates and incumbents that were on the ballot and asked membership for nomination for the floor. There were no nominations from the floor. Each candidate was given a few minutes to introduce themselves and present their qualifications and a reasoning for wanting to serve on the board. Membership voted, and the ballots together with the proxies were turned in at the beginning of the meeting were collected. The financials were reviewed line by line with Susan Donovan Smith, and questions were answered as they pertain to each section. The ballot was tallied, and newly elected board of directors announced as Richard Cohen, Andy Alegria, and Wendy Wood. Discussion followed on extending the board to 5 members. The meeting was adjourned at 8:40 p.m.
Well, I move to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All unanimously.
Do I need to sign your copy?
Technically, the secretary is supposed to sign it, so
okay.
I'll do that here.
So this was just a copy for us?
Yeah, that's a copy for you guys.
All right. We don't, okay.
Yeah. So.
Bring it back.
Awesome. So you want to delay the minutes of the board meeting we had with PCNY?
Yeah, the November,
Let's make a motion on it.
yeah, let's give you a chance, and we'll just do that through email, try to get that out.
But doesn't PCMI do the minutes on that, so you don't have to?
Well, they're supposed to, yeah. So I emailed her when I got that, I was like, what happened to all the actual minutes that you wrote? Because I know they wrote them,
Yeah.
and she hasn't replied to me. But they're supposed to do it, I will review it and add in my notes,
Okay.
and then you guys
Let's
will have
do it
the
that way.
final thing.
Okay,
But yeah,
I make a motion that we table the minutes until, more detail is received from PCMI.
Second? All in favor?
Yeah, we can find out why they haven't done it.
All in favor?
A month ago.
So,
Aye.
unanimous. Okay.
All right, I would like to,
And just while we're on that topic,
oh, yeah.
you can get after them.
Yeah, that's what we
I mean,
waited
they're
for.
really delaying on stuff, you know, it's like the park with the.
Well, I don't think we've set any requirements for them yet. I think all we need to do is set strict requirements for, we want a minute a week or 2 weeks after the meeting, and they can provide it to us. But since we haven't set any guidelines, they don't need to adhere to guidelines yet.
Okay.
So let's just pick guidelines and set it for them, and then they'll be good to go. I'd like to jump out of the agenda for a moment to one of the committee reports, because one of the committee members has to leave to another engagement. So if we could get the committee report for Welcome Committee.
I'm Julie. I'm Welcome Committee Chair. Delivered my first basket yesterday. I don't remember what the address is. I meant to check it before we got here, but they're one of the new families by the street or some public park going down to the empty lot. But they seem. I told them about the meeting today. I tried to hit a couple houses so that I could get people to come today, but nobody answered their door except for this one house. So there's about 7 houses that were just recently purchased, and there's been about 4 people that have moved in. So I only started with 3 baskets, and so I have the baskets that go by.